From the Center for the Arts Studio, this is Good Afternoon Ashland. I'm Ethan Jenkins.
And I am Caitlin Meeks. Thanks for tuning in.
In campus news, in a number of weeks, Ashland University is set to host the Heffern Lecture on Christian Ethics in Business. This is an annual event that's latest edition will feature speaker Bruce McQuillan. McQuillan's experience in the business world includes 20 years of sourcing and procurement in a variety of Fortune 500 companies. In his work with business software, he is at the helm of implementing strategy for artificial intelligence, robots, and analytics. The program will start at noon on November 20th, and potential attendees are asked to RSVP on the Ashland University website. The Tin Can Chandelier is an art and ceramic studio in Ashland that has recently gained lots of foot traffic, and AUTV's Lauren Golden has more.
Today, I'm in front of the Tin Can Chandelier, ready to learn about some arts and ceramics in Ashland, Ohio.
I have many roles here. I do lots of behind the scenes. I used to be an instructor, but I do all of the, I would say, project manager. So I schedule all of the workshops and classes and find those artists. When you walk into the Tin Can, you can paint pottery, you can paint canvases, you can create on wood boards. So that's kind of like the creating on canvases. We have clay in our pottery studio, ceramic studio to create with, but we also offer other things other than just walk-in projects. So we have classes and workshops. Workshops are usually a time where a customer comes in just for a couple hours, and different workshops that we have include painting. So we have like paint and wine and adult painting workshops. We have kiddo canvas classes that start as early as age 5 and 6. Everything from painting to ceramics to jewelry making to holiday crafts. It's all over the place.
If you're looking for a place to be artistic this fall season, think of coming to the Tin Can Chandelier. From AUTV, I'm Lauren Golden.
Thanks, Lauren. In other area news, Ashland graduate Bill Weston is officially retiring after his decades-long career in the radio industry. Weston has spent 45 years in radio and has succeeded in the music radio industry. His career has taken him to New York City, Providence, Rhode Island, and Philadelphia, with many station and individual awards along the way. Weston credits his success to what previously known as Ashland College and all the faculty in the radio and television program at the time of his graduation in 1978. He is now retiring at the age of 68 because he still wants to be able to hike, ride, and fly. Recently, Ashland University had a mental health and recovery walk to spread awareness around the stigma around mental health. AUTV 20's Lainey Catherine has more on the story.
I'm Lainey Catherine, and I am here at the 7th Annual Suicide Prevention and Awareness Walk, hosted by the Ashland University Rec and Wellness Center and the Ashland County Mental Health and Recovery Board. We got to talk to mental health advocates from the community that played a key role in making this walk possible.
The Mental Health and Recovery Board yearly plans a suicide prevention and awareness walk in Ashland County. This is one of our most personal events that we do. We were excited to do it again this year for the 7th time. We had over 149 folks register for this, and we're just excited to bring awareness to this important issue as well as hope and healing that does exist.
We gathered individuals. Maybe some individuals were affected by suicide, so maybe it was a friend or a loved one, or maybe they know someone else who is affected, or just individuals who want to be in support of one another and spread awareness.
My involvement in this walk was David asked me to speak at this walk and just talk about my personal story with suicide and how my father died by suicide. Sharing my story has definitely not been easy across the years. It's gotten easier personally to share my story. as I got more confident in myself and stuff like that. But like I said before, I knew I didn't want to just go through something like this and not share my story. I see that it's like working and everything, and see it working in other people's lives and the amount of people that have reached out to me, stuff like that. And I just know that what I'm doing is not going unnoticed.
From AUTV, I'm Lainey Catherine.
When Good Afternoon Ashland returns, we will look at the rise in gun violence in Mansfield this year and the Ashland Times-Gazette's newest reporter. And later we'll hear from Cade Krakis to keep us up to date on sports around campus and in Ohio.
Stay tuned. You're watching Good Afternoon Ashland.
Welcome back to Good Afternoon Ashland. In local news, the city of Mansfield is looking for solutions for an uptick in gun violence in 2023. In the first 10 months of the year, Mansfield has had 8 gun homicides, which is higher than any year since 2018. Residents around the area are concerned with this because the rise, they believe, is caused by the community themselves. Deanna West Torrance, a single mother in Mansfield, is the one spearheading the argument that Mansfield has to fix their priorities that have led to the disinvestment in the community and closing schools. The north side of the city is the primary concern, with the area having a lack of medical care, grocery stores, and education facilities. Going forward, residents want government funds to be used to help begin to rebuild the north area of Mansfield.
The Ashland Times-Gazette recently welcomed a new reporter to their staff. Samantha Wyden is the TG's newest breaking news and Ashland Trends reporter. Wyden hails from Northwest Ohio, where she was a 2010 graduate from the University of Toledo with a major in English with a concentration in creative writing. After some time, she ended up on the northeast side of Ohio and fell in love with things related to the area. She has been a journalist for more than 10 years and has covered a wide range of areas. Outside of tracking down the next big story in Ashland, she is at home spending time with her family or enjoying hikes on the Northeast Ohio trails. Wyden says there is constantly something going on in Ashland, and she can't wait to report on it.
When Good Afternoon Ashland returns, we will head over to the sports desk with Cade Krakis.
Stay tuned. You're watching Good Afternoon Ashland.
Welcome back to Good Afternoon Ashland. I'm Cade Krakis, and this is your sports news in Ashland and around Ohio. The Ashland University fall seasons have been eventful ones for a variety of Eagle teams. For the Eagle women's soccer team, they have been able to secure a #1 placement in the country for 6 weeks straight to go alongside a #2 placement in the most recent poll. The Eagles, led by head coach Caleb Polino in his 3rd year, sit undefeated on the 2023-2024 fall season with hopes of a berth into the NCAA Division II postseason tournament. However, before they get too ahead of themselves, the Eagles will look to get another conference championship under their belt for the 3rd time in 3 years. As the season dwindles to a close, the Eagles are currently awaiting to see who their first-round competition will be. On the other side of things, the Eagle men's soccer team has had to defy a number of odds in different ways. Heading into the season, the team was without forward Haruki Kimura, who graduated, moving on to play professional soccer overseas. With his absence, the Eagles have had to rely on the likes of Vander Rocha, Oliver Whaley, and new addition Pedro Faria to lead the team. Throughout the beginning of the season, the Eagles were also without starting goalkeeper Ty Bowden and midfielder Matthew Roberts, having to dive deeper into their team's bench to find players to step up. While they rose to the occasion, it was not enough to help them find a win before going 0-4 before conference play began. As the conference tournament rolls around, the Eagles have just barely clinched a spot, having lost a few big contests to top sides. In mid-October, the Eagles fell to the Lake Erie Storm 2-0 and the Chiffin Dragons 3-1, effectively pushing them out of the top two spots in the conference table for the remainder of the season. Last season, they were able to take home a conference championship, and this year they look to do the same. There may be men's and women's soccer on campus through the athletic department, but did you know club teams have been made this year? That's right. For the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic, the AU recreational department has organized club teams that participate against other schools in a club sports format. AU TV reporter Gage Eldridge has the coverage.
The Ashland University Men's and Women's Soccer Club are back in action since the start of COVID-19. I talked with two of the presidents and a player to see what that experience has been like.
The Men's Soccer Club, we've been able to pull in a lot of people from the men's soccer team that doesn't play anymore. And then we have, obviously, those who just have a very good passion for the sport of soccer.
We have about like 17 girls this year, and we scheduled games for the first time since before COVID. So we've already played 2 women's and 2 co-ed games.
So I wasn't able to get any games set up for the fall. That is the goal for the spring though, is to start setting things up, start getting things going. Right now we are doing co-ed games with the women's team.
It's been so much fun. It's been fun just going out, being competitive, and making friends is the best experience I've gotten so far. Yeah, so everyone's welcome to come. It's Tuesday, Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. at the IM fields here in Ashland. Just come up, talk to one of the presidents, vice presidents, and we can get you a form and get you signed up.
We always play with the boys, and we scrimmage pretty much the whole time, or we'll start off playing games first.
Different types of mini game, like small games, like World Cup, or we'll do a crossbar challenge or something like that, just to like spruce things up a little bit.
So it's nothing too serious. Like, come when you want. I know everyone's busy in college, so come when you want, and it's fun. Kick around, scrimmage, just have a lot of fun.
For AU TV, I'm Gage Eldridge.
In case there wasn't enough soccer in your life, now you've got more. It's not the season of fall without a bit of football, and the Eagle football team has certainly been a fun one to watch. They have been able to rally around first-year head coach Doug Geiser as they have taken down numerous conference foes en route to an upper table conference standing placement. Just a few weeks ago, the team held its 99th homecoming game where the Eagles downed the Storm 31-19 at Jack Miller Stadium. On Saturday, October 21st, the Ashland University Eagle football team took on the Lake Erie College Storm here at Jack Miller Stadium for the 99th homecoming contest. In the game, the Eagles battled all game long, finally were able to pull off a victory, and they came out on top 31-19.
You have a lot of friends, family, alums, former players come back, and as I challenged our guys, they want to come back and they want to embrace you. They had a tremendous experience here. They believe in you guys. They follow you guys every week religiously. Let's repay them by giving them a great performance when they come back for homecoming, and the guys did a nice job with that.
The victory for the Eagles pushed their win streak to 4 in a row as they look to finish off Great Midwest Athletic Conference play on a high note.
You're always good after a win. It's good to get 4 in a row, and I believe we had 5 out of 6 now. So I commended the team, especially the leaders on Sunday, on be able to hold the team together after starting out 0-2. And I thought it was a testament to their togetherness and their ability to believe in the system, and to be able to put 5 out of 6 in the row, I should say. So that's probably the first and foremost. I thought the offense did a great job of adjusting to the weather conditions. 2 weeks in a row they did that. The offensive line, the tight ends, fullbacks, and the running backs did a tremendous job in the run game. be able to control the ball in some inclement conditions. I thought the defense, were pretty good against the run. There were some holes in the pass game, which we're looking to shore up. And then uncharacteristically, I thought there was some undiscipline in the special team, especially the block units. So we got to shore that up. But overall, it's another solid performance for us.
Head coach Doug Geiser knows how important it is to have that home field advantage here at Jack Miller Stadium, and the Eagles now shift their gears to finishing off the regular season and preparing for next year's 100th homecoming game. For Ashland University's AUTV, I'm Cade Krakis. The team is continuing to grind out regular season games at home before they head on the road to take on the Kentucky Wesleyan Panthers in the season finale on November 11th, with the NCAA postseason tournament to follow if they are selected to participate in it. Outside of soccer and football, the volleyball team has also had incredible strides made throughout the GMAC. Just like the other sports, the team is preparing for a hectic regular season finish in hopes of placing high for the conference tournament. This season, the program has recorded its most amount of Match 5 wins in history with over 7. With first-year head coach Katie Kuhn leading the charge, the Eagles have found themselves atop the South Division table. And lastly, the Cleveland Browns have looked to push past a number of different opponents early in the 2023 season. After an offseason that garnered a lot of hype behind quarterback Deshaun Watson fizzled out, the fans were left with P.J. Walker to be the team's starting quarterback. On September 27th, against the Tennessee Titans, Watson hurt his rotator cuff, effectively removing him from contests moving forward. In his place, Walker has led the Browns' offense to 2 gutsy wins over the undefeated San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts. Along with Walker, the defense has played a pivotal role, with a number of NFL analysts declaring them as one of the best in the league. The Browns will have a difficult task ahead as the regular season rolls on, and they continue to attempt to defy expectations and keep piling on the wins. And that is it for your sports news, local and around Ohio. Now back to Caitlin and Ethan at the news desk to wrap up this edition of Good Afternoon Ashland.
Thanks, Cade. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Good Afternoon Ashland. To keep up with AUTV, be sure to follow us across all social media at AUTV.
Stay tuned into 88.9 WRDL, AU student-run radio station at 88.9 FM and online at WRDLFM.com.
Also pick up a copy of the award-winning newspaper, The Collegian, and check out ashland-collegian.com for more news and content from the JDM department. We would like to thank the crew here today at AUTV for making this all possible. I'm Ethan Jenkins.
And I'm Caitlin Meeks. Thanks for watching.